Okay, I think everybody's on board now, aren't they?
Yep, everyone's out of the waiting room, so we can begin.
Okay. Okay, welcome everybody. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm James Burton. I'm the unit leader for the World Scout Northants County World Scout Jamboree team. Welcome to our online Zoom. This is a first for us doing this. So we'll commence with the presentation shortly. We do have a questions and answer session at the end. Instead of everybody trying to speak, raise questions, if you could use your chat facility to raise questions during the presentation, we will then at the end take all that chat information and we'll answer the questions for you. Okay, so we'll commence. This first slide is showing the Tiger. This is the brand for the UK contingent. The 25th World Scout Jamboree will take place obviously in Korea, and the theme for the event is Draw Your Dream. We've taken the UK contingent has taken inspiration from this and the national animal of Korea to create the brand Dreams and Tigers. Dreams and Tigers focus on the national animal for Korea, the Siberian tiger. This identity is combined with clouds representing the Draw Your Dream theme. Okay, so we are been designated as Unit 15 for the Jamboree. Next one now, right. So the branding of the UK contingent is Dream Big, Dream Wild. Now let's make it happen. Okay, so tonight's agenda is welcomes and introductions. We're going to do a recap of what happened at the 24th World Scout Jamboree. We're going to let you know what we know about the 25th World Scout Jamboree. We're going to show our stripes and then we'll answer your questions, which you hopefully post through the chat.
So hi everybody, my name is Amy. So just on the screen now you'll be seeing the different leaders that will be attending the World Scout Jamboree. So James has just introduced himself, so he is our unit leader. We also have Alistair, who is our deputy unit leader, who is also on this call, and you've got myself, who's an assistant unit leader, and then David, who is not on the Zoom tonight, but he's also another assistant unit leader. So we will be the 4 leaders that will be taking the young people to Korea. And we will also be doing some different events and camps and different meetups in the lead up to Korea as well. So we can all get to know each other and the young people can make some different friends and some friendship groups along the way. Okay, so just a bit of an introduction to a World Scout Jamboree. So it does take place every 4 years in a different country, and it is the biggest international event in Scouting. So the last World Scout Jamboree, which happened in America, was attended by up to 40,000 people. So a unit, so we are Unit 15, so we'll be consist of 40 people. So you have the 4 leaders that I just mentioned, and we'll also have 36 young people. So this will allow 4 patrols within the unit, and 1 patrol has 1 leader and 9 young people.
So as Amy mentioned last time, the last World Scout Jamboree was to the USA at the Summit Bechtel Reserve. I was lucky to attend the Jamboree as a assistant unit leader. We camped for 12 days at the Jamboree, but before we had an city experience in New York. We then travelled down to West Virginia, where the Jamboree took place, 12 days on site, and then we had a post-Jamboree event, a visit to Washington DC, and then we had a hosted hospitality all the way up into Canada before we drove back to New York and caught the flight home. So we're about to show you a video of the actual Jamboree. This video will show you a lot of the things what will also happen at the Jamboree in South Korea, all the activities and all the socializing aspects that will happen, the fun you will have. So we'll play the video now. So as you can see from that video, lots and lots of things happen at a Jamboree. Okay, Alistair.
So I'm Alistair. Hello. So this Jamboree will be happening in 2023 in South Korea. So you'll see that we're going to fly into Incheon International Airport, and then it's a 3-hour journey down to the World Scout Jamboree site. Jamboree site's located next to the national park and also on the coast. So hopefully we can enjoy lots of beach activities and water activities while we're there, because there's a lovely protected bay making up a large portion of the site. When we fly into Incheon International Airport, it's likely we're going to have our city experience in Seoul. which will be amazing. So the average temperature in Korea is 29 degrees, which is quite warm, but it's also a very humid country. So this is something that we'll need to get acclimatized to, but it'll be a lovely warm place to enjoy. As I said, there's made up of a lot of islands around the area, so hopefully we're to enjoy a lot of water activities. The site is 10 square kilometers, which is a lot smaller than the American site, which was 40 square kilometers. But it means that we're able to have a bit more concentration of activities, and we're spending our most time doing the activities rather than traveling between. So this is the mock-up of the site. So as you can see in the center, that's where a lot of your activities and program will happen. So your culture days, your science areas, and all of your adventurous activities. And then we have the sites, which are made up of different contingents. And the amazing thing about a Jamboree is that all the countries are mixed together. So we're stayed together as Northamptonshire, but we might be next to America, Brazil, Mexico, Japan. We could have all sorts of countries around us, which gives wonderful opportunities to meet people from all over the world. So next we have a video that show you an example of what this Jamboree can be. So this is a camp that they've run back in 2019 to showcase what is possible in Korea.
In August 2023, a new world opens. A fun festival held for 12 days. The dream of youth around the world to Saemangum. Draw your dream. 2023 Saemangum 25th World Scout Jamboree. A gift from nature, a living and breathing treasure. A mysterious story that has held for tens of thousands of years. Beautiful heritage awaits you. On the stage of passion and dreams, having a happy dream. 2023 Saemangum 25th World Scout Jamboree. In the endlessly unfolding Saemangum, dreams of youth bloom in a new way. Mountains, sea, through thrilling adventures on the river, through delicious experiences, through a fun experience. Beyond pleasure to newness. Only at the 2023 Saemangum 25th Scout Jamboree. Smarter. Safer. Enjoy more conveniently. Festival of Scouts around the world. 2023 Saemangum 25th World Scout Jamboree. Now, here as one dream, meet the Festival of Unity. 2023 Saemangum 25th World Scout Jamboree. Preparation for the future of youth around the world. A bigger world will open in 2023. Draw your dream. 2023 Saemangum 25th World Scout Jamboree.
Okay, so this is what we know about the World Scout Jamboree so far. So the dates, so the Jamboree will take place from the 1st to the 12th of August. And as James mentioned earlier, there will be a pre and or a post event as well. So we are actually away for 3 weeks. So the age you need to be is 14 to 17 years. So you need to be born between the 22nd of July 2005 and the 31st of July 2009. The location is Savangam in Korea, and the cost, we are working, so it won't be any more than £4,000. It will be under £4,000. However, we are still waiting for that to just be confirmed. So we should know about that within the next couple of weeks, and that information will be shared out to everybody once we know. So it will only be hopefully a few more weeks, and we can let everybody know about that. But it will be under £4,000.
So on-site life. So over the 12 days, there'll be loads of things for the young people to do and experience. So there'll be structured activities, which will be your more adventurous things like zip wires, kayaking, climbing. But there's also a lot of drop-in activities. So they have sites which are all set up showcasing different cultures and different national sports. So an example of one of the sites is they have people demonstrating a national sport from all of the countries attending that young people can go and take part in. The ceremonies are amazing. It's almost like a festival. It's bigger than a lot of festivals. They have amazing artists, amazing musicians, and really showcase the best of their country. Culture days, so there will be opportunities to share our culture with others, but also experience others. And one example of this is meal exchange. So half the group will go and have a meal with a contingent from another country, and we will invite half contingent to experience the best of British. Throughout this, we will try lots of new things and get to meet loads of new people, and hopefully you'll make friends that you'll keep for life and amazing experiences.
So just to a jamboree is, if you've been on a scout camp, an explorer camp, or even an international camp in this country, the jamboree is really the real higher level. It's the next, it's not just one step above it, it's 5 or 6 steps above it. It's the best thing you could do in your scouting adventures. So obviously there is a process, is what we're going to hold. We have held now 3 roadshows, with this one online. It's been recorded, so if you wanted to view it again, it will be available to view once the county puts a link on the website. You will need to do an application form, which is also available from the website, and the closing date for the applications is Saturday the 20th of November, and we want all the applicants in by a 9 PM deadline. Once we've read through those applicants, we will then send an email out to invite you all of you will be invited to a selection day. You need to attend that. That's on Saturday the 27th of November. Unfortunately, we can only take 36 young people with us. So once we have selected you, we'll be in contact with you and letting you know the good news, and unfortunately the not so good news for those who can't. But the county will be arranging an alternative along with other counties for people who didn't quite make the cut for the Jamboree. So once we've appointed the 36, we will start our journey. This will take place over a year and a half. So we've already started to sort out, we're going to do 6 or 7 young people, 6 or 7 camps in the year and a half, and those camps will be a variety program of camps, training, information days, and of course fun team building. And then after we will then attend the Jamboree, having a fantastic time, and then we'll return home. Then after a few weeks home, probably a couple of months actually, we'll do a reunion, which will be confirmed nearer the time. So being a participant with the union obviously will be a remarkable experience. So these are some of the examples of things what we will get up to based on our past experience of carrying out Jamboree events. So we will obviously do the selection day. We will then this time the county is appointing some help with fundraising events. They will be dedicated people to help out in a county level and also at district levels to help all the young people with their fundraising events. We will then obviously building the relationships, recording our journey, and obviously all the training the camps. So building friendships and identity, just socialising, getting to know each other. We'll go through things like health and safety and personal development. And all through that journey, we're working on our top awards, your Chief Scouts, Queen Scout Awards, D of E. Then we'll go obviously to the event, South Korea, and then obviously, and when we return, the reunion. So the UK contingent has informed us they won't silently creep around on key issues important to the young people. They'll be trailblazers, so they need you to roar. So we're looking for the young people who can benefit the most from attending. Who will give back to the local scouting and community, will work well as a team, think big on global and local issues, dream wild and tackle those issues, and act together as a unit as a worldwide movement. A background should not be a barrier to attend this Jamboree. So we know everybody's experience will be unique for different people. We're going on a journey together. We're also going on our personal journeys. You'll, when you return from this Jamboree, you'll have such great memories of, and you'll just talk about it for such a long time. Meeting up with the units, the participants of the last Jamboree, they still talk about it, and that was over 2 years ago.
So obviously with the Jamboree going ahead in 2023, we're hoping that COVID will be kind of sorted by then. So we're hoping that it will give us the best possibility of the chance of the event still going ahead. Obviously the World Scout Jamboree organising committee are working hard with different organisers and everybody involved to make sure that the event will proceed, and we're putting in safety measures and just to try to make sure everyone is safe. And again, the UK contingent leadership team are also working on their own plans as well, and working with organisers to ensure that safety as well. And alongside that, we are looking into like travel and insurance policies, and once they are secured, we will update the participants and the families, just to ensure to give you ease of mind and to make sure that's all secure as well. Again, it's just a matter of monitoring it and giving everybody the information as and when we have it as well.
So the countdown is now 1 year, 8 months and 21 days. So it seems like a large number, but with the amount of activities we're going to do before then, it will fly by.
So we've passed on as much information as we know. We hope you have got a good insight what happens at a Jamboree. So we'll try and answer your questions now. So if you do have questions, you can post away, and then we'll start answering them now, I think. Okay. So the first one was, what happens if the young person is not able to attend on the 27th due to being away? Unfortunately, we have set that date. I can have a chat to see if anybody else is having trouble with that date, but that date is really set in stone at the moment. But it depends on any other people who've got problems with that date. It will work on it, but I can't promise that date will be, an additional date will be added or amended. The next question, where and what time is the unit selection day on the 27th? So the unit selection day will take place at Overston Scout campsite, and it will run from about 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. And they'll be doing multiple activities today during the day. There'll be loads of county leaders around and district leaders around, viewing and scoring the participants throughout that day. We will send an email out to all the people who made applicants to with all that information on once we've got every applicant in.
So we have how many people roughly we selecting from? I believe I'm right in saying, James, that it's around 100 in previous years that
Yes.
have applied. We've got what sort of foods will we be eating? Korean food. So we will be trying to experience the culture as much as possible, and we build that into our training camps. So we're starting trying lots of different foods as we're building up into this, so that we're making sure that there are meals when you go out there that you know the sort of things you enjoy.
So I think I've already answered this one, but what does the selection day involve? It involves undertaking obviously scouting activities, putting tents up, working together. We're looking for how people work together. They're in individual traits. They're you know, getting along with people, polite, you know, conscious of what they're doing, etc.
So we've got a question about, are the cut-off dates for the age of the scouts strict? Yes, they're set by the UK contingent. We cannot change them.
Yeah. I've applied but didn't get an email confirmation. I have seen your email. There's not an automatic reply, no, but I have got them all.
When will we be told the results of the selection day? We're hoping to inform within 2 weeks after the selection day, and let the people know who's been selected.
Will young people be required to have the COVID vaccine? I won't be able to answer that one tonight. It will be the CMT, the contingent management team will inform us of all the requirements, and that will probably be a requirement from South Korea as well. So I don't really know. We can't really answer that one tonight.
We're not the one to mandate it. It's coming from the event organisers.
There is a
How-
question here that I think we might have missed that says, how many people would the selection be from? So that one, it will depend on how many people apply. We do already have a number of applicants have already sent their applications through, but don't let that put you off. Just come along to the day and just be yourself, and make sure you get involved in the activities and enjoy yourself as well.
Okay. So how long is the overall trip? The overall trip is 3 weeks. So we'll go out there. We'll have a pre-event before the Jamboree in South Korea. We'll then have 12 days at the Jamboree, and then we have a post-event and hosted hospitality, which is all yet to be confirmed, but a total of 3 weeks.
So we've already had the question about email confirmations. What will they be scored on the selection day? So it's a variety of things. It's sort of scouting skills, it's working well as a team, adapting well to change, and sort of how you approach challenges. So if you're enthusiastic, work well as a team, and sort of want to get stuck in. That's sort of what we're looking for, is to people who would gel well with others and want to sort of have this amazing experience and that enthusiasm.
Is the cost covered just by fundraising? Each person who signs up to be a participant is responsible for finding the fee to pay for it. There is, as I said earlier, the county is having a leader which will help at county level to do fundraising events, and district, we hope, will be also appointing a person to help within each district for fundraising events. Past participants have fundraised the whole lot. Some participants have actually just paid it all themselves and not done any fundraising. So it is a mixture of both, or one or another. I think, Alistair, I think you could probably, as a participant, you could let them know how you fundraised.
Yeah, so I went to the Jamboree in Japan in 2015 as a participant. During that, I did fundraise the whole amount. I did a large amount of backpacks. We did sponsored concert event singing at our local church. We did sort of different. I had a Saturday job that I put some of that towards, but it was working also as a district. We helped do litter picks at certain events and parking as well to fundraise. So it is hard work fundraising it all, but it's worth it. And also you get to know the people you're going on the trip more, because you spend lots of weekends fundraising together and working well as a team. So it is possible to fundraise the full amount. It's just, it does take effort and hard work.
Does the email application form part of the assessment score? We want to know what the kids, the young people are like, you know, reading what they've done in scouting and that. If it does form part of the assessment score, it'd be a very minor amount.
We're basing most of the things off meeting the young people and how they act in person, because you can't get everything from a person from a few questions on an assessment form, but it's important because it helps build that bigger picture of the young person. So do we have any more questions in the chat?
There is an email address as well on this slide right now. So if anybody does have any more questions and they think about them later, or they don't want to ask them right now, please do send an email to the address on there, and we will get back to you to answer those as well.
Okay, so if there's no more questions, then
I'll stop recording.
Stop recording.